Yeah, yeah, you are my African queen.
So, this project is about African American people descent. It's about how African American people don't have confidence in themselves as far as in their hair. So, for instance, an African American woman will eventually and consistently wear a wig because she does not feel comfortable wearing her real hair. Now, it's very important and essential to know where you're coming from in order to know where you're going.
Giselle, coming live from Napa Valley College.
Tiffany, Kelly.
And we're here to talk about natural hair. So yeah.
How long have you been natural?
I've been natural for about 5 years. Growing up, I had got a lot of perms. I started with the Just For Me perms because at age 9, my mom was like, Giselle, you have too much hair and I'm not gonna, take the time. It's too thick. There's too much to comb. And so she was like, you know what, if I put this chemical perm in it, it'll straighten it out. Then when I wash it, all I had to do is just comb it and bam, you're ready for the day. And then sometimes she'd be like, get a weave, get some braids. It was just like, let me avoid taking the time to nurture the hair. Let me just go ahead and do a quick fix and put a straightener in it. And so about 5 years ago, I was going through a time in my life where I needed a new feeling, like a revolving growth spurt or something. And I went natural. I came to Napa Valley College, which is a predominantly white school, and I found myself feeling like I feel comfortable to be natural. I feel comfortable to be myself. So I did a trim, I cut off the perm. I couldn't do the cut and just cut it low because my head is just not shaped to be cut low. But I cut off the perm. I started wearing my hair natural. This is actually one of my first natural hairstyles.
I can see that.
Wearing.
It's beautiful.
Thank you, Danto. And ever since I started going natural, it's been like a journey. Like I have to figure out what products work for my hair, what hairstyles work for my hair. Because with natural hair, we all have different kind of natural textures. Like some textures, you could two-strand twist it, it'll come out curly. Some you could two-strand twist it and it'll still be straight. You just have to know what works for you. And so by women going natural, especially African American women going natural, it helps you find yourself. It helps you get comfortable with yourself, and you will have an abundance of confidence just overflow naturally into your life. And Tiffany this is two-strand twist. If you wanted to Bantu knot it, you would just twist it all the way down like a little bun. And see, even the names natural hair has, like Bantu knot, like that is straight urban. That is not any other culture but our culture. Like, I just like it. I'm gonna name my kid Bantu. I mean, I don't know. Tiffany, how long have you been natural for?
That's good. That's good. So, Miss Tiffany, how long have it take you to do your hair? Did you just started doing it, or?
Oh, I like to plan my hair a lot. So if I just have the urge to start twisting the fro, I just start twisting the fro. It smells good, and it takes about 2 hours, maybe.
2 hours.
Depending on the size of the twist.
What made you go natural?
I met this beautiful girl, my ex-boyfriend's sister. I looked up to her, and she had her fro all natural. I was still rocking the perm, and didn't know where my head was. And I just said, you know what? I'm gonna cut my hair. I feel like I can. I'm comfortable enough to cut my hair. Transition. Did my hair all crazy. The perm hair, I just said, forget it. Dyed it blonde. And then the rest was just the fro. That's really interesting.
It is interesting. Is that an African American woman, if she understands where she's from, as in like coming from Africa, she will understand that her beauty is very important and it's unique. Interesting. So I have a question for both of you. How do you feel when you walk in a building, or you walking in the presence of different nationalities like white people or Mexicans, and how do you feel when they look at you and they say, she's wearing her real hair? How do you feel? Has it been a time where somebody come up to you and say, why are you wearing your natural hair? Why are you not perming your hair? Why are you not doing this to your hair?
It's usually black people that ask me that.
Really?
Yeah, I get a lot of basically personal hate mail.
And how do you respond to those comments or questions?
My hair is my hair.
Okay. That's confidence.
I feel like when I walk into a place, or whenever I see a natural woman, it's like royalty. It's like, and I mean that in the most humbling way, because your natural hair is like a crown to your head.
Halo.
It's like a halo. When you walk into a place, they're not looking at your assets. They're looking straight at your hair, because they're like, this girl just walked into a business meeting with a fro, and she is articulating her words like a pro. No, I'm not a rapper. It just happened to rhyme. But, and I feel like sometimes, girls will come to you and be like, is this yours? Wow, how'd you get it to curl like that?
Yeah.
Or like Tiffany was saying, black people will be like, you don't like to wear weaves? Have you ever had a sew-in? Janet was just asking me that. Janet was just asking me that today. You don't want to wear sew-in? And I'm like, no, this is mine.
Mm-hmm.
This came from my roots. If anything that I have of myself, this is mine, It's mine. And I'm just embracing it. Right now, I'm trying to use this new product called Shea Moisture.
Shea Moisture.
And natural hair products are expensive.
They are.
They are expensive. You can pay $32 for a conditioner. I haven't got to that point in my life yet. I just started paying $11 for a conditioner. But the moral of it is, the more you pay, the more natural it'll be. Because it's natural products like egg, mayonnaise, olive oil, aloe vera, natural ingredients blended into one to help nurture your hair. And how flavorful does that sound going onto your hair?
That's pretty much interesting. I have another question for you ladies. If you have any influence in your life, what were some comments or some perceptions that those people have influenced you in your life, like your mom, your sister, if you're married, your husbands, or your kids, or it can be anybody else, like a friend? How are their perceptions different when you got your natural hair, when you left from perms and ironing into natural hair? How did they respond to that?
Well, at first, my mom was like, Giselle, what you doing to your hair? Sometimes some hairstyles, she's like, Giselle, you need to braid that hair down. Giselle, you need to put a hat on it.
Yeah.
My mom's still, trying to embrace it. But just the other day, I see my mom in my room using some of my natural hair products, and she was wearing her curly natural hair. So I was like, she's starting to feel it, but at the same time, she's like, let it be tamed. She's not into the wild craziness. Me, I love the wild craziness. Let it all just everywhere. You know what I mean? It creates your bubble. The bigger your hair is, the bigger people will know they can't come that close. They're like, oh, I'm going to bump to a fro,
That's very interesting.
And then my dad, he automatically was like, good, it's about time. And so, and I feel like my biggest influence is pretty much just women.
Okay.
I have a Tumblr, and Facebook. Anytime I see pictures of women with their natural hair, I'm like, wow. India Reed, Jill Scott.
I was at a Fillmore Street Fair Festival. They have that every year in San Francisco.
And how long was it?
That was about well over 10 years ago. It was a beautiful, bright, sunny day, and many thousands of people were out. I saw this elderly man who was probably about in his 60s, pot belly, he had white beard, but he had his hair locked up. And I think that after a while, that you live 50 years or 45, you have the right to do what you want. And I thought he looked so comfortable and so natural. I told myself then that, hey, I'm going to lock up my hair. Previous to that, I would see people with dreadlocks, and I told myself I would never do that because it appeared to be unkempt. and unclean. And that's one thing that I can't have. I wash my hair every week, and I definitely do not want to wear a hairstyle that looks unkempt or unclean. So I thought that, hey, I can do it a different way. I can still clean my hair and have my hair blocked up. It doesn't have to look like it's unkempt.
Aisha.
Exactly.
That's camera shy right now. Afia, you guys know these names. Tiffany, just seeing another sister that's like all natural. Janet Stickman.
That's
you know
true.
What I mean? Like Filipina, African American with your dreads. Like, that's a beautiful thing, you know?
That's good. So I'm very curious. So are you ever in the future planning to go back from natural to regular braid or ironing? Do you think there's gonna be any kinds of obstacles that's gonna bump into your way that you ever go back to being natural, from natural to perms?
I never go back.
Okay.
Once you go black,
You go black. Black is beautiful.
yeah. I just wouldn't go back. Like, I know as far as job interviews and the business world, there's a certain way people,
Expect you to look.
you know, expect you to look. But, like, if I go to a job interview, I usually two-strand twist my hair, and when it comes out, it's like flat curls, and then I pin the side, so it looks like tamed. Once I get the job, I'm like picking a
I
fro out.
received a variety of comments. Some people have come up to me and have complimented me on the way it looks. They like the fact that it's dreadlocked, that it's locked up. Matter of fact, I received a compliment last week. A young lady told me, and she was of Caucasian descent. She said she was really proud to see my hair locked up. Just a random person I don't even know. And then a lot of people want to touch it, those especially who are another ethnicity. And a lot of people are curious as to why I have my hair locked up. Some think that I'm a Rastafarian, or they think that I smoke marijuana, which neither one of those is true. And so I get a variety of different responses, but I get a lot of attention from people of other nationalities who are curious as to how long it took me to grow my hair this long. It goes all the way down to my butt, so it's really long, and I have it up in a ball right now. But so yeah, I get very good responses from a lot of.
I was just curious about how do females respond to your hair? Because there are some females who also have dreadlocks.
Yes.
And did you ever come in contact with a female who has a hair dreadlocks, who is African American descent? How does she respond when she sees your hair, and then how does she respond to that? What questions does she ask you?
Who did my hair? They want to know who did my hair, and also they feel a natural bond with me. It's a natural connection. Hey, brother, how are you doing? I really love your dreads. They look so good on you. So I get a lot of positive responses from black American women who have already have their hair locked up. Also, I get a lot of positive responses from white women who have locked their hair up too. Also, I get a lot of questions from white women or other people of other ethnicities who want to lock up their hair. They want to know, how long did it take me for the hair to lock up? How can they lock up their hair? But I get a natural, authentic African bond and connection with African American women who are locked up themselves. So it's a positive experience.
It is. Now, Mr. James, I see you have some books in front of you.
Yes,
You want
I
to
do.
tell me what those books are and what do you have in them?
Yes, I do. Number one, I have a picture that symbolizes Umoja.
Are those pictures your motivations? Are they something that inspires you?
They're symbols of beauty. I see proud sisters wearing their hair in a dreadlock manner. And then I have this incredible book that this other female gave me. Her hair is also locked up, and she gave me as a gift this book called Dreads.
That's really pretty. That's awesome.
And in the compilation of this book is a series of photographs from people who have their hair dreadlocked. This is an incredible book to show the variety of styles and variety of different ethnicities who have locked up their hair.
The title of my project is called Black People's Hair. And this means that accepting who you are and letting go what you are not. So if an African American woman accepts who she is, where she's from, and where she's going, there will be no self-incrimination, as in there will be no low self-esteem, there will be no confidence, and she will understand what it means to keep her natural hair. Now, as you can see, this is not my real hair, this is a wig. This is a wig. Now, I sometimes feel uncomfortable wearing my real hair because I feel like with my real hair, I don't look pretty.